to another video, and we're at Huddersfield this morning, going to go to Stalybridge. Just come on the train early from Cottingley, so yeah, just changed here now. We're going to Stalybridge and then heading into Manchester a bit later, okay, and ultimately Chinley, because that's one of my favourite places. We'll go there again later in the afternoon. Okay, so we'll get the next train in now on platform 1 here at Huddersfield for Stalybridge. This is where the cat hangs around now, Felix. I think it's got a sister cat as well now. Look, there's a little basket there as well for it, and a cat flap in the door. Yeah. Anyway, here's our train coming in now. So we're going to get this just one stop to Stalybridge and have a look at what they've done there in the last month or two, because it has been closed for some time. It's been reopened now, but it's still shut in case on weekends. Is Marsden, Stalybridge, Manchester. Right, we're just leaving Huddersfield now.
Coffee, please.
And straight into the tunnel. Heading up the Colne Valley now.
For the benefit and safety of everyone on board this train, please use the arms the door is free of luggage or other obstructions.
I walked up there, didn't we, a while back, when we did Lockwood to Slough. So coming round to Slough now. It's a while since they've done this line through Diggle. So just a bit further ahead now is the viaduct. It's where we flew the drone. Is it up there? It's the next one, I think, just after Slough. This is Slough now, yeah. Staggered platforms. Now this is where we flew the drone, because where that green bank is there, that grass bank, that is where there's a reservoir beyond that. Coming up to Marsden now. There's a crossover here which should have some sort of shine on it because they were using it fairly recently. It is. It's got a fair bit of shine on it, that. It's worn a bit, but they use it on a Sunday, don't we? Here's Marsden. As I said, we're on the wrong side really for the best views, but the canal is to the left on the opposite side at the moment to what we're on. We cross it just before going into the tunnel. There's Tunnel End and the associated museum. That's the cafe, and then just canal tunnels down there, and now the main railway tunnel. Here we are at Diggle, and the loop has got a bit of a shine in it as well now. Someone's been in there fairly recent, I'd say. Crossover's a bit rusty though. There's a dull, thin shine on that track on the loop. It's not red rusty. And here's the canal again now, because the canal goes through a slightly longer tunnel at a lower level. Viaduct's coming up next. This is the West Saddleworth. This is off the Saddleworth station that was. I'd like to have a look around there. This is the viaduct. And if you get up to the top there and get a really good shot of southbound trains. far off Stalybridge now. We walked up there some time ago, a few years ago. We did Stalybridge to Mosley. Yeah, under it, oh, there, we done there, that was it. Went down there. Not a bad view here. There's a tunnel coming up shortly now. Just a few hundred yards, it's nothing like a mile or something like that. And we're supposed to be going on platform 1, I think. So we'll see if anything's changed. Right, here we are, approaching Stalybridge. This has been closed for some time. So let's see if anything significantly different is here. Yeah, some overhead gantries. It's a shame they haven't put a bi-directional through road back in, isn't it, really, between 3 and 4. Oh, here we are, Stalybridge. Haven't been here for a while. Yes, the signals are quite modern. It's got a main line off that now because that's going to Manchester Piccadilly, and Guidebridge is the main route. Even though more trains are now going to Manchester Victoria. Ironic, isn't it? So 802 213 heading for Piccadilly via Guidebridge. Right, as you can see, there's obviously a lot of work been going on here of recent, and that is because obviously they're electrifying it. I'm expecting them electrifying the line from here to Guidebridge as well, because obviously Guidebridge on the former Woodhead line is already wired to 1500 volts DC originally. Ooh. What on earth is that? Do not remove. Thought it looked like a wasp's nest at first then at ground level. Right, so we're looking on platforms 2 and 3 now. Platform 2 doesn't get much use, I don't think. So the Stockport service on a Saturday uses it. Just the occasional one from maybe Manchester Victoria might just go in there. I don't think. Yeah, there's not a great shine on platform 2. It's got a theatre style indicator signal as well on as that, because I think that actually shows A for Ashton under Line for Victoria and G for Guidebridge, because it used to be G and M originally. G was Guidebridge and M was main, as in Manchester Victoria, because that's the original main route, even though it is a slight right turn. Yes. So there's lots of work gone on here with the overhead electrification masts. There is. So anyway, I'll have a look on the opposite side because we'll be going out to platform 5 on the next train. Right, there's a train approaching for Huddersfield. Platform 3 in the middle is bi-directional. We don't want this one, we want that 156 and 150 combination over the far side.
Huddersfield.
Yeah, so it's come from Piccadilly. Seems strange getting a train on this side, doesn't it? In the northbound direction. Got the feather all ready to go straight through. Because I don't think you can not get the feather off that signal. Right, it's got the feather already. I don't think you can not get the feather off that signal because you'll be going wrong road if you do. So it is going out to Huddersfield. It's 185 and 118. should go over that crossover. It's just...
For your safety, please stand back from the platform edge at all times. Once the train arrives, please mind the step from the platform.
Cross into the down line. Off it goes. Yes, I reckon if you don't get the indication to cross over there, there's two white lights beneath the red. Maybe just for a shunt so you can go back into platform 1. Possibly, correct me if I'm wrong. This is Stalybridge Station buffet and bar. Not open yet. Don't talk about 12 o'clock now allegedly. I thought it was 11. Oh, it says 11 on there. Never mind. He said 12 o'clock earlier. Anyway, this is our next train now into Manchester Victoria. Southport service. Let's get the 156. More chance of a table in there than the 150 at the front. That's ex-Norwich, I think, is this, isn't it? The seating. Right, on the Southport service now, and we're going to go just 2 stops into Manchester Victoria, and then head over to Chinley a little bit later from Piccadilly. Okay. This unit, the seating, is I think it's ex-Anglia. Is it ex-Greater Anglia? Something like that, I think it is. Not 100% sure, but I think that's what it would be. Scarborough to Manchester Piccadilly service on platform 1. Local old formation. And there's a... oh, it's a northern service. Empty stock. Whatever that is. I thought it was a Transpennine one, but anyway, it's not stopping here, as you can see. Parallel run here for a few yards. Where's the loco? There it is. Right at the back. There's no indication of this signal apart from just a green, because all we can do is go to Victoria, cannot cross from platform 5 over the Guy Bridge. This is a good shot. You can see that far, coming up to Ashton-under-Lyne. Island platform, still, and it looks like it's going to stay that way. There's some contact wire here now as well. On the masts, I've been busy. It's not a bad little place, but the least said about its MP, the better. Leaving Ashton-under-Lyne now. You can just about see where the trams are down there. This is a lot faster than the tram. It is by a long way. Non-stop straight into Vic now. I think there used to be 2 or even 3 other stations, or 4 actually, there were 4 stations. Obviously there was Park and Miles Platting, I remember them, but there was another 2 stations before that are long gone. Droylsden and Clayton Bridge. Can't miss IKEA there, can you? Should have a minute there, actually. Used to be a line off to the left just about here somewhere where it linked up with the line from Ashton Moss North Junction down towards Denton. But this curve has long been taken out. So you can't even see where it was now, it's all built on. But that's the line there now, from Denton Junction and the Stockport line. Just plans for a service on that at some point, whether it'll ever happen or not. It's a lot easier and smoother now since it's been modified. Just past Bagleyfold Junction now, and that is the line round to Ashbury's. And I think that there's an old cattle dock from years ago. This is what was Park just here now. The platforms are overgrown, but that's what it was. One on the opposite side as well. So it wasn't served by the Bagleyfold Ashbury's line, which is that round there. It doesn't see a right lot of use on that side of the triangle, but the other side does. So it's a very convenient link from the former Woodhead line from the GC across into Victoria and round to Newton Heath as well. So this line here is quite shiny. It is, yeah, it's quite a decent shine on that. And this bridge here is a canal. I've always wondered what that was over years ago as a teenager. Never understand why it was high size like that. So there's a curve round to the right, which we can't just see at the moment now. That goes onto the Rochdale line. Somewhere just over there. That's the curve onto the Rochdale line and out to Newton Heath. There's a train over there coming in. We're going out as well. This is where Miles Platting was now, long gone. It's been modified twice. Look at all the overhead masts, my word. Work's been going on here at a pace, it certainly has. Just about to descend the bank now into Manchester Victoria. The lines to the left here are for New Allen Street, it's the former Collyhurst. The line into Manchester Oldham Road, as it was. Don't go very far now. Did a rail tour down there many years ago. And this wall here on the right, that's where there was a flyover. And it came across here. Bridge is long gone. It was really the forerunner of Manchester Victoria, was that station. Long disused. Right, just arriving at Manvic. Trans-Pennine service there, heading out shortly. I presume to Newcastle, or just York. Trans-Pennine heading out to York. Huddersfield Leeds York only. That's the one we've just come in on. Stalybridge, right just outside Manchester Victoria, and we're now heading up this street here, Balloon Street, and we're heading over to Piccadilly for the train to Chinley. But we've got an appointment first before we do that. There's one to Manchester Airport, or coming probably from Manchester Airport, I imagine. That was good timing. Strongly suspect that's only going to Victoria and terminating, because I think that's what that service does. So head up here and over to Piccadilly. Right, now approaching Manchester Piccadilly. There's a lot of police vehicles here and buses. So let's get over to the right platform. It's usually the low numbers for local Chinley Sheffield services. Let's get in there. Right at the top there, Chinley 1248, that's what we want, platform 3. Right, this looks like the one we need. Doesn't say Sheffield on it yet, but I think it will be. Just leaving Manchester Piccadilly now, heading for Chinley. Let's have some food and tea on the green, get some stuff from Henschel's, and carry on to Sheffield an hour later, hopefully. This is Reddish North. We all know where the other Reddish station is, don't we? It's on Reddish South on the Stockport Guybridge line.
Sheffield.
Wasn't going to film too much of this line here because obviously we've done it quite a few times. Just coming into Chinley now, which is one of our favourite stations and places.
This is Chinley.
Oh, one passenger at least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think. Oh, jeez. Chinley! So I think there's just second, was it the third time this year? I've lost count now. So we'll go to Tea on the Green shortly, then Henschel's, and then get the next train in an hour on to Sheffield. So I'll just see this one head off. Right, here it goes, on to Sheffield, and we'll get the next one in another hour, hopefully. There's a speed restriction down there with them flashing lights. It's an advance warning of something that's unplanned. No idea what that could be. Right, let's head over to Tea on the Green. I'm feeling a bit hungry now. Some old style road signs here. And yeah, that's Tea on the Green up there. So let's get in there. Post office next door. Right, we've got carrot and coriander soup, roll and butter, and a cup of tea. Very nice. Yes, I highly recommend this cafe and tea room. It's really nice. So let's get eating. Right, just been to Henschel's, got some stuff and burgers and all that, and bacon. And now it's back up to the train station. So let's do it. There's a mileage post here now, 169.5. I'm at probably from St Pancras via the old Midland Main Line. And this is our next train on to Sheffield. Another new one, 195 120. So we'll go to Sheffield with this one, and then work out what we're going to do next. Right, bye-bye Chinley. Till next time, whenever that is.
Welcome aboard this northern service to Sheffield.
Just leaving Dorden Totley. And there's some new sleepers here and track work being done. So it looks like they are on with making
This is the northern
another
service
station, another
to
platform.
Sheffield, where it will terminate.
I bet £1 per they don't put mainline platforms back, but we shall see. So the Nottingham trains could stop there, and anything to Derby is cross country as well. It'd be great with that. Right, we're now pulling into Sheffield. Sheffield Midland as it was. Right, we made it to Sheffield on this train. So let's see what we're going to do next. I think I'm going to go to Pontefract Baghill on the York service, because that's not very far away. A lot of people got off that one. Right, just leaving Sheffield now on the 1540 to York. So I'm going to go to Pontefract Baghill with this train, walk over to Monkhill, and then see what we can get from there. I was hoping to go via Castleford, but I'm not sure that'll be doable because it just doesn't quite get out. The connection's too long or too short. I was wondering if you could get back in that way, but it's blocked up now, is that? To get straight onto platform 1. Let's go. Right, just pulling into Meadow Hall.
Yeah, it's fine. I heard it tonight and I started just drove on the train Sheffield there.
Known as Meadow Hell, of course. Coming up to Moorthorpe. straight down. It's a shame that cafe is closed down. It's quite good for a breakfast that before we headed north. Main line. Signal. So you'll see the line curve off to the left down to the Wakefield line. So that's the more commonly used section here. Sheffield one down there, though. I imagine it would be a local Leeds Sheffield. Good shot, that, isn't it? So going across the Doncaster line now, just there. Coming up to Ackworth, or Low Ackworth rather. Viaduct up here somewhere now. There we come as the viaduct now. Down that path a few years ago. So I tried to fly the other drone there, but we didn't succeed. This is roughly where Ackworth station was now. Somewhere around here by the bridge. Yeah, that's it there. The Rustic Arms is somewhere over. I think it's just over there actually. Coming up to Pontefract now, not far off. That was P9, wasn't it? That coach underneath there. I wonder who was doing that one now. Pontefract Baghill. It's been a while since we've got off on this side, I think, isn't it? Customer. This is heading off to York. More often than not we're getting on this one here, but anyway, not today. Got off it. Right, so let's get over to Pontefract Monkhill. We'll either go via Murfield or Wakefield, Kurgan, Westgate up to Leeds and that way back home to Cottingley. We'll see. Coming up to Pontefract Monkhill now. Quite often it's walking the other way, isn't it? But anyway, makes a change. The castle, or what's left of it, is up there. I don't think I've ever seen it. I wouldn't mind flying the drone around here at some point, but I've never got round to it. Nottingham to Leeds via Wakefield. This means we'll get home about half hour earlier. 150 222 and another 150 as well, at the look of it. Get the front unit. That's the line to Castleford and Glasshoughton down there. We're taking live via Wakefield and Featherstone. River Calder. And this is called Stalybridge Junction. This is a direct spur out to Normanton, is this? There is a scanned passenger service round that curve actually, because the last King's Cross Leeds Monday to Friday tends to go around that way. And I think there's a Sheffield Leeds Northern service that does it as well. did. So we should be crossing over to the line just there now. We are doing, so that we can get to platform 3 at Kergate. Right, let's leave it away from Kergate. So this is the service now that does Kergate Westgate, not the Huddersfield service. City of Wakefield is over there. I think that spire on the cathedral is actually one of the tallest in this area, from what I've been led to believe. So we should, I think, be crossing over to platform 2. We are. Could take platform 1 as well and cross over higher up, but most Leeds trains use 2, and southbound at Doncaster, Sheffield, King's Cross use platform 1. The through road's got a good shine in it. There's not a lot uses it normally. That's the old entrance there. I think we'll have been bricked up now and moved a little bit further north. The old footbridge has gone as well, as it wasn't PC. Leeds down. That's the old route by the viaduct line just there, which is difficult to detect now. We'll cross over the Huddersfield line shortly, which is where we're going to go next. A58. And this is the Huddersfield line. Oh, there's the Wigan service going out there, look. That's the one that stops at Cottingley. You can't get that. A bit unexpected that we are doing the Cord line now, down to the Huddersfield line. So the train we want is coming in just behind us. We should be going on to 12A. Here's Leeds version of Newark. Obviously that's where Leeds Whitehall platform was, but it was very short-lived. And this is a line coming in from Castleford at Normanton. And there's a far over there, the disused viaduct, which may not be disused for much longer. It might become a linear walkway, sort of a linear garden. Just come in with this one from Pontefract Monkhill, not in the Leeds, and the next train across this side. It's not here yet, but it should be soon. I imagine it's a Liverpool service, is it, or Manchester Piccadilly? Check it later. And this is our next train here now. Huddersfield via Dewsbury All Shacks for Cottingley. Right, it's back at Cottingley. Quite a few passengers on this train. It's quite busy. 17:47 from town for Leeds. Right, this train's playing us out now. I will end the video. So it's not been a bad day. We've been to Stalybridge. We checked out Stalybridge. We also had a ride on to Chinley and back via Pontefract. So cue music. See you next video. Bye for now.